And there is our nose. So just pull up again a nice long loop and cut your yarn. So we can put those to the side for the minute. Okay, so taking the main body again, you're going to want to turn it onto its back side and count down 8 rows. So find the 8th row and put your hook into that row for a minute to mark your spot. Take your grey yarn now, create a slip knot, and we're going to attach our grey yarn into that 8th row. And we're going to do 2 single crochets. We're going to chain 1, turn, and then what you want to do is yarn over, put your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. We're then going to yarn over again, go back into that stitch, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, go into the next stitch, then you're going to yarn over again, pull through, go through those first 2 stitches, those 2 loops again, yarn over again, go back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then you're going to pull through all of the loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through, and pull up a loop. And that gives our Frankenstein pennant one of his little bolts. So turn him over, go to the back side again, and repeat. Okay, so I've stitched in the ends of those, and whilst I was at it, I also stitched in the top green end. You want to leave this end out, as well as the 2 black for the minute. And now we can attach the eyes. So I like to go up 1 row from the bolts and put mine there. What I like to do is pull the centre white yarn through using my crochet hook so that that's on the back. Take my needle and then stitch the eye on using that tail end. So once you finish that, what you can do is weave over to the other end and just tie those ends together. And then just cut those ends, or you can also just sew them in. Okay, so once your eyes are on, you want to take your black sections and we're going to do the same again. So pulling that back piece of yarn through and taking our needle, you just want to put that on your needle, and then again you just stitch him down. And there we go. And again, all you need to do is tie these 2 together. You can sew in the ends or cut the ends. And then do the same with the other eye. Okay, so for the next step you're going to want to take a length of black yarn, attach it to your needle, and we're going to stitch on the facial features before adding the nose, because I find that doing at least the mouth before you put the nose on helps to line up the facial features a bit better. So I'm going to go in with the eyebrows. So just don't pull your black yarn all the way through, and make sure when you're doing this that you're catching your needle on something. So there's one eyebrow, and you just want to do another eyebrow, and then I'll meet you back to do the next bit. Okay, so now his eyebrows are done, I'm going to go in and do the scar that's on his forehead. So you just want to find roughly where you want it to start. I'm thinking here. And again, don't pull your ends all the way through. Okay, so once you've done his scar, you can go on and do his mouth. So I like to start roughly here. Pull through, but not all the way through. So for the mouth, I like to sort of keep it along a straighter line with just the ends curled up. So there we are, we've got his mouth. You just need to stitch in the back ends. So once you've done that, we're going to place the nose, and we're doing this the same way that we've done the eyes. And there we have the face bits done. Okay, and now what we're going to do is attach our needle to that top piece of yarn that we left. Fold the top back. I like to meet it with the top line of the half double crochet that we did, and I like to use the back loops of that to catch. Tie those ends together. So once you've done all your features, the only bit left to do is the tassel. So what I'm going to do is take some black yarn, wrap it around my fingers, and then taking the green, put it through like so, and then just wrap it through a few times. Tie it off nice and tight. And then what I like to do is take my needle, take it through, take it to the back, tie it off a few times on the back of one of the stitches. And then weave in that end. And then what you want to do is take your tassel, pull it nice and tight, take some yarn, I'm going to take it there, tie it off. You can take your ends, wrap them around, then I like to flip it take one of the strands from the back, tie those ends together, and pull down your strands and cut them. So once that's done, all you need to do is pull down those ends and trim up your yarn. All I'm going to do now is take my length of dowel. You want to figure out roughly how long you want your piece of dowel. Mark it. So I'm thinking of about that. And then you want to cut your dowel, sand the edges down, and I'll meet you for the next step. Alright, so once you have cut your piece of dowel, I recommend painting it. However, I can't find my black paint at the minute, so I'm just going to colour it in with a marker. Okay, so once you've got your piece of dowel painted in black, or coloured in with a marker as I have, all you need to do is carefully put it through so that you've got a piece hanging at each end, and then taking your black yarn, tie one end, and you can secure this with some hot glue or weave in the end like I will later. Decide how long you want your hanger to be. Cut your yarn and tie your end. Again. And then I'm going to turn them over. Take the ends. So there you have it, we're all finished. As you can see in the first one, I didn't colour the rod, so that's what that looks like. I will go back and colour that one later. I also used green on the bottom here, whereas I used black on this one. However, you can use really any colour, you could use orange or purple, anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do subscribe as I do have more patterns on the way. I will be updating hopefully every weekend. Please do like and subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. If there's anything you'd like to see me try and make, I'd like to hear your suggestions. And thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!